G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Bybit watch list brought to you by me. Sort of doing a last minute fill-in. A couple of the guys were not available and well, I am. Apologies for the relatively casual wear. It's very hot and very muggy here in Bronte at the moment, and yeah, I'm like the ring-in, so wasn't prepared. Anyway, it's not going to affect what we're looking at. First things first, let's have a look at Bitcoin. Yesterday I spoke to the hope that we'd see a close on the daily above 50,000. Why? Well, I explained it yesterday, but if you happened to miss yesterday's live, it's just because to get a third day in a row up, we haven't seen that for a while, and then possibly a fourth day. Well, we haven't seen that since we had this mega run of, what was that, 70-odd%, I think. Oh, no, 65. So it's been a long time between, movements that have, carried momentum through a prolonged period of time, more than 3 days. And as it stands at the moment, it's still very much, thanks, Chris. Thank you, mate. There you go. Lock up your daughters, lock up your wives. It's just, I want to see us move higher above 50,000 and string a few bloody days together with some cyclicity. Now, there's one potential bonus here. With this little pullback going on right here, if I jump to this 12, have a look. There's a higher low here, right? We got a little lower high, then we have a higher low. So technically we're in an uptrend, but it's not one that I'm too pumped on because the moving averages aren't even in the right order and we're still very sideways, right? But if we are to see this candle close the next 4 hours like this, or even pull back a bit further, and then we see it push up through this relative resistance that we've got right here, then we're going to have some cyclicity on the 12-hour, and that's going to be the first time in a very, very, very long time that we've actually had that. So perhaps there is a silver lining to come leading into the end of the year. Can you believe it's December 23rd right now? I've been running around like a mad dog picking things up and, planning, and I've forgotten that I've still got to buy 2 anchors for the boat. Oh, I got a busy day tomorrow as well. In typical man form, apologies if that offends you. I've got a lot to do on the 24th of December. We head off on the 26th, so I've got to pick the boat up. Yeah, I got a lot on. But anyhow, it's a good time of year. I want to see Bitcoin kick us up. I did go ahead and buy spot today. What about? I bought DOT. I bought Solana. I bought Binance and one other. I can't remember what the other one was. So I have been out there, stocking up a little bit whilst we've had this pullback, as I am starting to see a little bit of a dynamic shift and change. Not a huge amount of money that I wanted to have in the market because I want to, when I go away, I want to switch off. I will be taking my laptop with me. I won't be actively trading as such because I just want to break from the markets. But just in case something was to go bananas, I want to be able to have the opportunity to, take some profits on the off chance that happens. So it's going to be a bit of a break time. But I'll tell you what, one thing that I am looking at here on Bitcoin, and I will be back in here tomorrow to get on my diving and fishing gear, so I will be looking, is that we've got resistance here, and we've got 2 tests, right? If we got a third test up into there, now I know that you guys that have been following through on the Bybit 4-part series, you won't know what the breakout is unless you've gone through and completed the Become a Master Trading course that we produce. But there's a breakout strategy that is within that, and I'm keeping an eye on this. If we do push above, we could get a cradle back into this level as well. So the level is one that I'm watching. I'm hopeful that this becomes a higher low. And look, I don't even care if we don't get a trade through here. I just want to see this level gone. I want to see a higher low and then gone. That's what I'm after. So Bitcoin is in my list. As to is Luna. Now, Luna, we're back here on the 4. Now, here's the disappointing bit. We pulled back in, bullish candle in the cradle zone in what has been a really good trend. Now, we saw one very similar back here, not quite as good a structure as what we had on this pullback, but have a look here. We pulled back, bullish candle, broke up, went down, then we moved. So what does that mean? If you took this trade and you got stopped out, well, that's life. That happens sometimes. It happens a lot, actually. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I get stopped out of lots of trades too. That's just part of being a trader. then, you know, I've been saying a lot of the time that I'm managing my risk a lot at the moment, capital preservation until the market really starts to bump on. So low risk here. If there's another opportunity here, it may just be worthwhile taking. Now, of course, we've got quite some time, of course, for that to come together. Now, if that doesn't work out, let's see if the 8 could. Higher low, higher low. I don't think the 16 is going to give us the trend we're after. No, it's not. So watching the 4 hour here for that. By the way, if you don't have your Bybit account, you can open up the account with the link in the description here, and you will still receive a bonus for depositing funds into that account. And it is very much worthwhile doing. If you haven't done that already, I suggest that you do. On to Phantom, which just keeps on rocking. You know, like it's had a really good run over the last couple of days, as you can see here. Oops, sorry. As you can see here, it wasn't the clearest of higher lows, but you know, it did pull back. There is a higher low, there is a higher high. I'm not quite sure what that level is. It seems to be in no man's land. Must have been a lower time frame. But we have momentum there, and that's why it's on my list, because have a look at this. When we drop right down to the 1 hour, actually, sorry, it was the 30. Look, higher low, higher high. Even a pullback into here would be really, really nice. We've seen in the past the 30-minute doing quite well, and we just got to confirm the 1 hour's got a trend, and we do. There's a little pullback. 2 candles represents a pullback. There it is. We are convergent on the 1. That opens the door for the 30 and potentially even the 15. I mean, look at the cyclicity here. So Phantom definitely want to keep an eye on these lower 15 and 30-minute timeframes as we go into the, well, we are in the evening session. Solana, I'll go back to the 4 and I'll show you the level. Test 1, test 2. If I jump to the 8, you'll see there's 2 tests. If I get a higher low here, we run up into here, it might offer something. It might even be on the higher time frame, so over the next couple of days that we build into there. But there is a level of resistance there. Now, whether or not you're going to take a break, if it does set up or it breaks above, pullbacks for cradles into that zone will be a play throughout the Christmas period, potentially. Of course, we need to get above there first. Second to that with Solana, have a look here. Bullish candle in the cradle on the weekly. Not the most spectacular of trends. Obviously, a very spectacular trend, but not the most spectacular of cyclicity. But from its high of 260 odd, it's pulled back to its low, 44%, had a solid bounce. This is the area that I like to be trading from, whether it's the 15-minute, 5-minute, or the monthly, or the weekly. And that's looking quite good there on a weekly time frame with that trend still very much in play. If we do see a consolidation into this level on the daily, we will have the opportunity, therefore, with a higher low here, to see that daily trend change as well. Once again, it's going to take a little bit of time for that to come to fruition. Hopefully tomorrow morning we might have something, or over the next couple of days, but it is there and it is what I'm watching. Very similar circumstance here on Binance. Let me first take it to the weekly. That candle's not bullish anymore, but look at this trend. Higher low, higher high, back in that cradle zone. Now that candle will be bullish if we see this push back up into, oops, wrong chart, into the level. And you can see the level is clear on the daily. See, there's a level right there. There's a couple of higher lows. If we push up, we'll get that daily uptrend back in play. And you can see here, test 1, 2, B's dick off of there, 3. I want to see a third. But you can see this, right? If this is a higher low and we get another push up into here, good convergence, that could be an opportunity for possibly tomorrow morning. But I'd actually like, if I'm looking at the 8 or the 12, for that to sort of set up over the next few days, perhaps the 26th or 27th, we get the breakout or we get the opportunity. But it is a level, and as I say, if you don't have the breakout strategy, if we push above, pullbacks in could certainly be worth it. Finally on the list, I have got us Uni. Higher low, higher high, daily now uptrending. Okay, it is a very new daily uptrend, and the weekly is still with a lower high and a lower low. So it's a bit of a mishmash, but the daily being an uptrend allows me now to look at other time frames. If I look at the 12, you'll see higher low, higher high. That's not the time frame I'm interested in. Have a look at the cyclicity through here. Not so much the 30. Well, the 30 is not bad, but look, it's a little bit messy through here. We've got a pullback up, bullish candle in the cradle right now, right there, closing in 50 minutes. Now, it is hanging out in a bit of no man's land, but it could be an option. I'd like to see it pull in a little bit deeper. You go to the 2 hour as well, and you'll see, although this was kind of messy, there is an uptrend. So perhaps a pullback in a little bit deeper could present the opportunity that I am looking for. If that candle was down here, I'd be much more inclined. That being said, it clearly has some very strong momentum, and a little pullback here may just give us the option to capture the next move higher. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I shall wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That's my content done. I'm going to be taking a break and, yeah, looking forward to just switching off from the markets. It's been a pretty wild year. I hope you've made it through relatively unscathed and can give a lot of love to the people that you're going to be seeing and spending time with over Christmas. Don't forget, we are all humans. We are allowed to have our views, and we don't have to get offended if somebody doesn't think our way. Let's work together. Let's have a society that loves each other and supports each other. Merry Christmas from myself and the whole TraderCobb team. I'm very, very, very excited to have a holiday, and I'm very thankful for all of you. Thank you very much. Speak to you again in the new year, hopefully with a few cobia, Spanish mackerel, and marlin to my name. You take it easy. Bye for now.